Shalom, shalom. It's your boy Isaiah Israel from the Battle Axis, Maine, and I'm here with the Junior Ox right now.
Shalom.
Alright, all praises. So we finna get into it, man. We finna do like a little Wednesday class, man. And the topic is honor thy mother and father. Honor thy mother and father. So through the spirit and the will of the Lord, we're gonna go to Exodus 2 and 12. That's the first precept we're going to, man.
2 and 12?
Yes. 20 and 12. Salaki. Right.
All right.
Hey, and this is a commandment, man. This is one of the Big 10, man. You know, and like, hey, y'all be Christians, y'all be saying y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all believe in the Lord. And then, hey, this is one of the Big 10 commandments, man. And some of y'all, this is really for, you know what I'm saying, the children. You know what I'm saying? In the households, not respecting their parents, man. We got a lot of wickedness in Israel, man. You know. So, hey, man, we finna get right on into it. So go ahead, read that.
All right. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Right. So the Most High commanded us, you know what I'm saying, us young children, or you know what I'm saying, us young men and women, hey, to command it to serve the Lord. I mean, to serve our parents. You know what I'm saying, and righteousness with honor, man. And then he said that our days may be long, right? So, hey, you got to respect your parents, long story short. That's basically what that's going into, right? So the first precept we're going to get is Colossians 3 and 20. Right? We're going to go to Colossians 3 and 20. Because, yeah, man, look, we got to, and the Bible, in the scriptures tell you straight up, obey your parents, man. Like I said, that's one of the big 10 that y'all always love to, every time somebody tell you a sub commandment, you don't want to do it. Well, it is one of the big 10, so you should be willing to do this, right? So go ahead and read that when you got it.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 20. Children, obey your parents.
Obey what?
Obey your parents in all things, for this is well pleasing unto the Lord.
Right, so the Most High said you got to obey your parents, man. Right? We got like little bad kids, you know what I'm saying, in Israel, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American, and Seminole Indian children, you know what I'm saying, being bad out here, man. Some of y'all want to go, you know, sneak out the house. It may look fun with your friends, you know, smoking weed. Some of y'all be like 12 years old on Instagram toting guns. You know, it's a lot of wickedness in Israel, man. Right? But hey, read that one more time.
Verse 20. Children, obey your parents.
Do what?
Obey your parents.
Battle Axis do what?
Obey your parents.
Read.
In all things. For this is well pleasing unto the Lord.
So, right. So if you love the Most High God, you going to obey your parents. you going to do what they tell you to do. And you may not like it sometimes. And you know, parents can be wrong too. Right? But hey, you got to still serve that thing with respect, because you also serving the Most High God. Right? Because he's the All-Father. He's, you know what I'm saying, the spiritual parent, if you will. You know? So let's get another precept. We're going to go to Ephesians 6 and 2. Don't read to. You got something you want?
I got a precept, man.
All right, go ahead.
Because we go to Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 20, man. This is some of the 7 things God hates. This is one of the, this is it. If you read up, if you go up to 6 to 16, these are 6 abominable things that the Most High hates. And let's see what one of them is. Let's see what this one is.
Proverbs 6 and what?
6 and 20.
All right. 20. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 20. My sons,
Talking to you.
keep thy father's commandment.
Keep your father's commandments. Keep reading.
And forsake not the law of thy mother.
Don't forsake the law of your mother, man. Keep the Most High's commandments. This is one of the 6 things the Most High hates. So if you're not doing one of these things, the Most High especially got a place for you in a lake of the burning fire. You can go back.
Con, all praise for Jeremiah bringing that out, man. And that's just straight like that, man. It's straight like that, right? So let's go to Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 2.
All right.
Read.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 2.
Actually, start at verse 1.
verse 1. Children, obey your parents.
Wait. It said the same thing again. Read that one more time.
Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor thy father and mother.
Honor thy father and mother. Read.
Which is the first commandment with promise.
Read.
That it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth.
So the Lord just saying the same thing he just said back in Exodus. Right? Honor thy mother and father. You know what I'm saying? Obey your parents. Do what they telling you to do, man. It's plain and simple, man. There's a lot of kids that's bad as hell. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all don't want to obey your parents, man. And hey, the Most High don't care about if you young or not. He'll still bring judgment on you, man. And we're going to get into that too. Right? So let's get another precept, man, about foolish children. And about how the Most High feels and tells you how he feels about foolish children, man. We're going to go to Proverbs 17:25.
Like, how you gonna expect not to respect your parents and you come to the Most High and try to respect the Most High? It's not gonna happen.
Exactly.
You gotta respect your parents before you respect him.
Exactly.
17:25.
Yeah.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 17 and verse 25.
Read.
A foolish son is a grief to his father.
Read that one more time.
A foolish son is a grief to his father.
Right, he's a grief to his father, man. He put his father to shame, man. The father grieved that thing when you know what I'm saying, a son or daughter is being rebellious as hell. Or just being straight up wicked. Read.
And bitterness to her that bear him.
You bitterness to your mother, man. The Most I say, you bitterness to your mom, man. The woman that carried you for 9 months, the one that nurtured you, you know what I'm saying, the one that had you waiting from the breast and was taking care of you since a toddler and an infant, you bitterness to her, man. You bring, you know what I'm saying, what I want to say, foolishness to your household, man. Because aren't you an example of your parents? Right? Aren't you a living reflection of your parents? Right? Y'all got anything y'all want to bring out?
Yeah, can we go to Matthew chapter 15, verse 4?
Oh, you got it.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother.
Yeah, so it's basically saying honor your father and your mother. And now we finna read what happened if you curse them out or talk bad unto them.
This is in red, by the way. Christ is speaking.
And he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
So if you like curse them out or like call them bad, like call them the B word or anything else, like any bad words, you're gonna be put to death.
Con.
That's all I wanted to touch on.
Oh, you go get verse 5 too.
Alright.
That's a good one. But verse 5. But ye say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me.
Keep reading. So
Yeah, keep reading.
Right. And honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have ye made the commandment of God of none effect by your tradition.
That's pretty much saying you not keeping it. You pretty much making void the law. You saying I'm going against the law. I don't care about the law, and you just not gonna respect your parents. That's you can't live like that. And with that being said, I want to get a precept.
Go ahead.
Give me Matthew 18:3.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 3. And said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children.
So, wait. It said, except you be converted and become as little children. What does that mean? So when you grow up, when you were born into this world, you do worldly things, you follow the ways of the world, and you pretty much grow up as an adult and you're in the world. But when you come back to the truth, your understanding has to be completely refreshed. You have to come into the truth as a child.
Right.
What people don't the ways of a child they're supposed to be able to listen, not stubborn, and when you're a child, you're supposed to be able to comprehend and listen to whatever the Most High is telling you to do. So in this, I'm using this example right here. This example is telling you what children should be like.
Right.
Children should be completely completely dependable on their father and their mother. They should completely follow what they say. That's what the Most High is using children as here. Wait. Read.
Except ye be converted and become as little children.
Yep.
Ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
You won't enter. And one more, verse 4.
Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child.
It's now the Most High just said humble themselves as a child. That means a child is supposed to be humble. So if you're not humble as a child, you braggadocious. If you're not following your parents, and if you're going against what they say, not being humble, that's wicked. One more.
The same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven.
Boom. That's how you become great. That's all I got.
To turn that into a little deeper scale, it's basically we the children. Israel is the children. And the Most High is the Father.
That's right.
And why us disobeying the Most High laws? That's why we got put into captivity. That's why these things are happening to us. No, that's all I want to say.
Con on that, like the brothers bringing it out. Let's go back to Proverbs 17:25. But yeah, that's a big con on what Brother Job just said, man. Hey, man, if you a child in this thing, you know what I'm saying? You in the truth, you know what I'm saying? You see your parents keeping the laws, you need to be doing the same. You need to be following in the footsteps, you know what I'm saying, of your father. Because if your father's in the truth, then, hey, man, that's a beautiful thing, man. A part of the curses is that our fathers will leave us, man. So if you got a father or a parent that's in the truth, hey, man, you need to get it together, man. Right? All right, read that.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 17 and verse 25. A foolish son is a grief to his father.
A foolish son is a grief to his father. Read.
And bitterness to her that bare him.
Right, so you bitterness to your mom, man. Right? You basically put your parents to shame, man. Right? Let's get another precept. Proverbs 10:1. Hey, man, this is touching on things about how the Lord feels about a foolish son, man. And the Bible is written in masculinity, but this goes for a foolish son or a foolish daughter, man. Right? So read that.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 1.
Read.
The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son maketh a glad father.
So if you're being wise, Battle Axis, what is wise according to the scriptures?
Wise? Isn't it Proverbs 24? No.
Proverbs
19 and 7.
19.
That
Proverbs
too.
4 and 7 too.
Get both of those, man. Real quick.
Yeah,
We're going to jump into those real quick.
That's weird.
Right? So, hey. Look, man, you got to be wise in this thing, man. Right? You have to be wise in this thing, man. It says, a wise son maketh a glad father, man. So we finna get what being wise is. Whoever got it first can read it.
I got it.
Psalm 17:9, right?
17:9.
Oh, Psalms. I thought we did Proverbs 4 and 7. So.
That's wisdom. It's Psalm 17:9.
No, that's not it.
That's not.
I got it. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 7.
Okay, come on.
The law of the Lord is perfect, converting to the converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
Right, making wise the simple. So as a child, you don't know nothing. Right? You don't know nothing. You depend on your parents. Right? Even if you're 16, you still living with your parents. You don't really know nothing. You don't even know when your next meal gonna be, man. You're a child. You're simple. Right? But your parents, from the experiences that they've gone through and the things that they've been through and growing up, especially if they in this truth, they're wise. They have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right? So you got the Most High said, a wise son maketh a father glad. So, if you in this truth and you keeping the commandments, because there are some rebellious children. So if you in this truth and you keeping the commandments, you doing your father a great thing, right? And most of all, you doing the Most High God a great thing, right? Let's go back to Proverbs 10:1.
Proverbs.
You got something?
Man, I'm gonna let you
go ahead. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 1.
Read.
The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son maketh a glad father.
Read.
But a foolish son.
But a what?
A foolish son.
Battle axes. But a what?
A foolish son.
Read.
Is the heaviness of his mother.
The foolish son is the heaviness of his mother, man. You be stressing your mama out, man. You be putting her through all types of hell, right? She be going to her friends talking about, girl, child. Man, this little boy working my damn nerves, man. Right? You sneaking out the house all the time. You don't want to do what your mama say. You cussing her out. Right? Commit all wickedness against your parents, man. Right? And the Most High God don't like that, man.
And Matthew said you'd be put to death.
Right.
But like this is my bad.
Go ahead,
This
go
is
ahead.
what happened, man. Let's go to Sirach chapter 3 and verse 3. I mean 3 and 4. Because this is one of
Get it out.
these are one of the things that happens if you make your mama happy. Let's see the blessings that you'll get.
All right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 4.
Read up.
And he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure.
If you honor your mother, you just like one that have all these riches because you listen to your mama. You're honoring your mama. Matter of fact, let's
Wait, before
keep
you,
reading.
wait. Let's get more than layers of treasure. What people don't understand when you do stuff, right? So let's say you pray and you fast, you pray and you fast and you give alms. That's you laying up treasure and saying, hey, I'm doing this, so if I slip up, I can come back because I'm continually praying, I'm continually fasting. So you obeying your mama and your father, that's like you laying up treasure. You in your day of trouble, the Most High gonna remember that you respected your mother and your father, and that's when the Most High come and save you because you doing His laws.
Grace.
I kind of want to get more on that because you said it, but you didn't say it. Right?
Go ahead.
So basically, what they lay them treasure do. Okay. So say for instance, you at the house, you doing good, you clean up everything, and then as soon as you get in trouble about something. You might slip up and get in trouble about something. You lay up treasure, so it might go easy on you this time. You laying up treasure.
And the Lord do that to you, man. The Lord do that to you. Let's say in the world, I'm glad these I was bringing this out, man, because the Lord will do that to you too, because He is the All Father as a whole, right? And what the scriptures say, Israel is my firstborn, right? Hey, the Lord did that to you too. Let's say back in the world, you was a heavy damn weed smoker, right? You slip up one time, you like, oh, this the last one. You smoke a little something, but the Lord might have mercy on you. He might not put you in a car wreck and kill you, but hey, you might get fired from your job or something, man, right? Because the Lord don't play. But hey, that was mercy upon you because He remembered all the treasure and all that time you was keeping the commandments, man, right? So hey,
Let's get verse 5 on that, man.
let's give verse 5. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children.
Man, it ties back into you. If you honor your father, like the Bible says to do, man, you gonna have joyfulness in your children, man. Your children gonna be righteous because you honor your father. And when they honor their father, their children gonna be righteous. That's all I want to say.
Because guess what? Your children saw you honor your father. Even as your father got older, you still honored your father. That way, they gonna honor you like you honored your father. And that even goes back to putting up the treasures for yourself. You putting up the treasures, now your children honor you.
Right.
And now their children gonna honor them because guess what? It's a cycle. That's why Israel had a
Guess
cycle.
what? It's vice versa on there too. If you be bad to your father, and you don't honor your father. Your kids ain't gonna honor you.
Reaping what you sow, man.
Look, comment on that. Matter of fact, I'm glad he said that. Let's jump down to verse 12, the last one.
Verse 12. My son, help thy father in his age, and grieve him not as long as he liveth.
Man, when your father getting older, man, you supposed to help him because they lose understanding, man. They lose understanding, like the saying say. Adult once and children twice. Because when you get older, you lose understanding. Keep reading. 13.
And if his understanding fail,
if he turns back into that childish state, what you supposed to do?
have patience with him.
Have patience with him. Don't keep reading.
And despise him not when thou art in thy full strength.
Don't despise your father, man. You in your full strength. Your father helped you while you was in the lower state. Now you help him.
There you go. Because he's changing your diapers, you might have to change
I
them.
was just gonna say that. Yeah, your father was changing your diaper, right? Your mom was changing your diaper, right? When you couldn't help yourself, it's your turn, man. It's your turn, right? Let's go. Let's move on, man. So let's go to Proverbs 19:13. I found a lot of, you know what I'm saying, Proverbs is wise sayings, right? I found a lot of wise sayings in Proverbs, right?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 19 and verse 13.
This is going back into how the Most High feel about a foolish son, right? Read,
A foolish son is the calamity of his father,
right?
and the contentions of a wife are a continual dropping.
Right. So the main point is a foolish son is a calamity of his father. It's like, oh, hold on, I got the definition for you. Definition of calamity: an event causing great and often sudden damage or distress, a disaster. Man, the Most High God said you're a disaster to your parents, man. You being foolish. You don't want to damn listen because you don't know anything when you a child. You don't know a damn thing when you a child, man. Right? Niggas think, and I used to think this when I was in the world, man. I'm going to use myself for a prime example. I thought I was 16, 17, you know. I thought I was big and bad, you know. Going out, partying, not giving a damn about what my father was talking about. Hey, and guess what? The world ate me alive, man. Right? Just like them she bears ate them kids alive, and we going to touch on that too. Right? Cause, hey, the world will eat you alive, man. Right? So you got to honor your mother and father because you don't know what the hell going on, man. You still a baby in this thing, right? All right, let's move on.
Before you get on that, can we go to Mark 7 and 10?
Bring it out.
Cause it's like that's a precept for Matthew 15 and 40.
Mm-hmm.
That's one bring this out.
7 and 10.
Yeah.
Alright. This is the book of Mark, chapter 7. Chapter 7 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
For Moses said, honor thy father and thy mother,
Yeah.
and whoso curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
So I just want to touch on that because if y'all children end up cursing your mother or your father out, you hear what that read the last part again.
Whosoever curseth his father or mother, let him die the death.
So if you curse your father or your mother out, you're gonna be put to death, man. It's simple like that.
That's right.
But you can go ahead and go back to what you was touching on.
Yeah, that's right. And just like Jeremy bringing out, man, right? You can't be going around cussing your parents out, disrespecting them, saying I'm gonna do what the hell I want to do. The Lord gonna bring judgment on you. He don't give a damn how old you is, man. And look, I just want to touch on this. A lot of one of the main reasons, you know what I'm saying, Israel, because there's a lot of wickedness in Israel, man. Like, we all trying to rehearse the righteous acts. We all trying to get it together. But there's a lot of wickedness in Israel, man. Right? And a lot of reasons you got badass kids running around here, you know, monstrous children running around is because even the parents not in order, man. Right? And the main reason is because we had our heritage taken from us, man, which is the law. We're going to get Sirach 17 and 11 real quick. See what our heritage is, man. Because we don't have the law, you know what I'm saying? That older generation that failed us, you know what I'm saying? Not having the law. Sirach 17 and 11. The older generation that kind of failed us, man, right? Not having the law, you know what I'm saying? Us being destroyed for a lack of knowledge, according to Hosea 4 and 6, right? All that ties into, because back then, hey, it wasn't going down like that in Israel. You was either getting beat, and if you still don't want to act right, you gonna get put to death. Right? Go ahead, read that.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 17 and verse 11.
Read.
Beside this, he gave them knowledge.
He gave them what?
He gave them knowledge.
Y'all, what did he give them?
Knowledge.
Right, read.
And the law of life for an heritage.
So the law of life for inheritance. So we know, you know what I'm saying? That's our heritage, man. The law, statutes, and commandments is our heritage. That's literally what it's saying. He said he gave the... Read that one more time. I don't think they heard you.
Verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Beside this, he gave them knowledge.
Right, he gave them knowledge, which is Malachi 2 and 7, which is the law. Read.
And the law of life for an heritage.
The law of life for inheritance. And I just want to touch on this too. And that's another reason the parents out of order. Some of y'all getting this truth, and y'all be in it for like 2-3 years, and then y'all get out. Right? It says the law of life for inheritance, man. This is your culture. Why wouldn't you want to be a part of your culture, man? Mm-hmm. Right? So let's go. Let's get a precept. Y'all got something?
Yeah. I want to touch on that heritage.
Go ahead.
Because the heritage goes back to our forefathers and everybody before us. Let's go back to Proverbs 10 and 1 real quick. I want to get this.
10 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10 and verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon.
Wait. This is talking about the Proverbs of Solomon, right? Mm-hmm. This is going into what Solomon did. He reading.
A wise son maketh a glad father.
Okay, so a wise son making a glad father. So now with that being said, let's go back to 1 Kings and 32. That's when David gave the kingdom to Solomon. Let's see what David said about his son Solomon as he's giving the kingdom to him.
Bring it out. First Kings
1 Kings 1 and 32.
1 and 32. All right.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 1 and verse 32.
Yep.
And King David said, call me Zadok, the priest, and Nathan, the prophet, and Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada.
Yeah, that's it.
And they came before the king.
He just called them to come talk to him. Okay, keep reading.
The king also said unto them, take with you the servants of your Lord, and cause Solomon my son to ride upon mine own mule.
He's saying Solomon, he's like, I'm getting older, and Solomon is about to take my place. He's gonna take my stuff. Keep reading.
And bring him down to Gihon.
And then, before you do that, I want you to jump down to verse 37.
Verse 37. As the Lord hath been with my lord the king, even so be he with Solomon, and make his throne greater than the throne of my lord King David.
This is heritage right here. His throne is going to be greater than what David's throne was, because guess what? Solomon followed in the ways of the Lord. He was a diligent child. He did what the Most High wanted him to do.
That's right.
And okay, that's all I get on that. You can pull yours if you want to.
So look, like you said, teach them. It said teach them. In the book of Sirach, what you just read, it said teach them the law of life.
Right.
So let's go to see what King David said to his son when he was in the job. Let's go. Let's read from verse 1 to 3.
Verse 1 to 3?
Yeah.
In 1 Kings?
Yeah.
2 and 1.
No.
2 and 1.
Yeah, Shalaki.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 2 and verse 1. Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die.
So David was gonna die, finna give the kingdom up like we just read. You read.
And he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong therefore,
Be thou strong therefore. All right, keep reading.
and show thyself a man.
Let's see how King David taught his son how to be a man. Read this.
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God.
Keep the charge of the Lord thy God. Keep the commandments that the Lord thy God. This is how King David, one of the greatest kings of Israel, teaching his son how to lead the charge and how to lead the charge of the Most High. Keep reading.
To walk in his ways,
To
keep his statutes,
keep his statutes
and his commandments,
and his commandments
and his judgments,
and all his judgments
and his testimonies,
and his testimonies.
as it is written in the law of Moses.
Man, he went straight back to the law of Moses. He didn't go to jail first. He didn't stop by go or nothing.
Right.
He went straight to laws. He went straight to laws. This is what the Most High wants us to do. This is how we show ourselves as a man, by keeping these commandments. Keep reading.
That thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest.
If you keeping the God's commandments, you ain't gonna fail, man. You gonna prosper in everything you do, man. Keep reading.
And whithersoever thou turnest thyself.
Wherever you turn yourself, man. You can get that. You can get that.
And that was a beautiful precept that both the brothers just pulled, man. Right? On how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Going down talking about the heritage, man. All of that, man. Hey, look, and we're gonna get into that too. We're gonna get it. Matter of fact, man, let's go ahead and pull it. Let me get Numbers 15:38 real quick. Let me get that real quick. I wasn't gonna go into it yet, but since the brothers brought it out, I'm finna go ahead and slice them up too. Shoot,
What was it?
Numbers 15:38. Let's go ahead and get that real quick, man. Right? Because, hey, we got to keep the commandments. Like I said, this is our heritage, man. This is our culture, right? The Lord gave us this. You know what I'm saying? So, and look, y'all gotta understand. The Lord, he don't got a slack hand. The scriptures also say he's not mocked. He know what he doing, man. Right? The commandments is to keep us as a nation of people in order. Right? The scriptures also say let everything be done in decency and in order. Right? Go ahead, read that.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38.
Read.
Speak unto the children of Israel.
The children of who?
Children of Israel.
Battle axes. The children of who?
The children of Israel.
Read.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments.
Right. So the Lord commanded us to make fringes in the border of our garments. This is one of the commandments that he told us to do, man. There you be walking around, you be seeing brothers with them fringes on. Why they got their strings on their shirt? You know? Why they got them curtain hangers on their shirt, man? Because we keeping the commandments. What you say?
Take the magical carpet off.
Right. People be trying to make jokes, you know what I'm saying? But you mocking the Most High God, man. Right? Keep on reading.
Border of their garments throughout their generations.
Throughout what?
Throughout their generations.
Battle axes throughout what?
Throughout their generations.
Right. So the Most High God said we supposed to be doing this throughout our generation. Going back into what they was bringing out about their heritage, right? We supposed to pass this on. It's supposed to keep going. And like we supposed to saying about the the righteous cycle, you know, about being righteous, honor your father, then your children gonna honor you, and so on and so forth, right? That's what all I wanted to bring up on that.
Keep reading.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Read the rest. And they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue. You want to keep going?
Yeah.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So when we looking on our shirt, you know what I'm saying? Oh, even if we feel like we want to make slip up, you look down, I keep the commandments of the Most High God, you know? I'm supposed to be doing this thing for generations, you know? This is my heritage, right? I'm supposed to be obeying my parents, right? Keep reading.
And do them, and that ye seek not after your own heart.
Right, so the Most High said, do them, right? You can't just have faith, Christianity. You have to do the commandments and not lean on your own understanding. Read.
And your own eyes, after which ye used to go a-whoring.
And that don't just mean physically, carnally with your body, a woman or a damn whoremonger, a whore or a whoremonger. That means just the philosophies, you know what I'm saying, spiritually of this world, right? You going to a whoring, going into Islam, you know, not drinking the own well out your, not drinking the water out your own well, right? Going into Islam, going into Christianity, Buddhism, whatever you want to say. You have something you want to pull?
No, we'll hold on.
Okay, come on. Let's go to Jeremiah 17:4 real quick. Right? So like I said, back to what I was saying, back to getting on topic about, you know, the children, man. Hey, look, man, the one of the reasons why we ain't got, you know what I'm saying, order in Israel, especially for the children, is because we the Most High took our heritage away from us, man. Because we didn't want to hearken to him. We were disobedient children to the Most High God. So he said, guess what? I'm going to make your children be disobedient unto you, man. And that's why we don't have no order now. Read Jeremiah 17:4.
Bring it out.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Read.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
So we know that the heritage is the law. So we won't have the law. So we won't have no order. Read.
That I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Read that one more time.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Hey, so when the Edomites came and they, you know what I'm saying, they little stank ass came in a rulership, the Lord did that, man.
Come.
He put them on us, right? They are built to us. They are ass whooping to us, right? We disobeyed the Most High God, so we have to get put into captivity for that. We got judgment. Read.
I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Read.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
And that's why there's no order in Israel right now. That's why we have a lot of problems in Israel right now, right? Brothers killing other brothers, right? You know, children out of order. Boys wanting to be girls. Girls wanting to be boys. It's all wickedness and hell breaking loose right now, man. Right? That's why the Most High got to put judgment on America. So-called America, right? Which is ancient Babylon, right? But, hey, this is the reason why. This is the reason why we like this, man. Let's get 2 Timothy 3:1, right? And we gonna read all the way to verse 2, cause it's go. Hey, we living in the last days. I know I like to bring a lot of precepts out. You know what I'm saying? When I'm always talking about the last days, but hey, we not at the beginning. We right around the corner from Jacob's trouble, and this is one of the things that the Most High said that will happen in the last days, man. Right? Go ahead, and read that.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 1.
Read.
This know also that in the last days.
That in the what?
In the last days.
Battle axe is in the what?
In the last days.
Read.
Perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. Covetous.
Right.
Boasters.
Right.
Proud.
Right.
Blasphemers.
Right.
Disobedient to parents.
What?
Disobedient to parents.
Battle axe is what?
Disobedient to parents.
Read.
Unthankful. Unholy. Without natural affection. Truce breakers. False accusers.
Liars.
Incontent. Fierce.
Right.
Despisers of those that are good.
Right.
Traitors. Heady. High-minded. Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God.
Right, you can stop right there. So, hey, man, look, I wanted him to get the whole, you know what I'm saying, the whole thing, man. So you know, just what's to come in these last days, man. But the main thing is that you got a lot of kids being disobedient. There's memes of kids being disobedient to children, and people think that is funny.
Con.
Right? Go ahead.
And just to put on what the brother's saying, read verse 4 again.
Verse 4. Traitors. Heady. High-minded. Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God.
When you love to play the game more than love to read your Bible.
Right.
That's what this means.
Right.
When you love to play the game, or more rather than love the Most High.
Right.
Let's go back up. I want to go back up to where it says, go to verse 3 and verse 2. 1 Timothy. Read that.
2 Timothy. 1 Timothy.
2 Timothy.
2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
For men shall be lovers of their own self. They're going into idolatry. Like you celebrating birthdays.
Con.
You loving your own self.
Con.
You worshiping your own self.
Admiring your own self. That's the meaning of idolatry to me. Admire. You're admiring your own self on your birthday.
I just want to pull that out, because when children have birthday, that's when I do it for the kids. No, you're loving. That's loving. I do it. They do it for the kids. Shots. But anyway, like I said, that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted.
Also, I want to touch on this, because some of y'all people today, you might think you're older in age, but sometimes you're still a child.
Right.
Let's go to 1 Kings 2:2. Let's
Bring it
see
out.
how you not be a child.
Bring it out. Hey, you got the Junior Ox on fire today, man. Bringing it out, man.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 2 and verse 2. I go the way of all the earth.
Okay.
Be thou strong therefore, and shew thyself a man,
Okay. Read 3:2.
and keep the charge of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes, and his commandments, and his judgments, and his testimonies.
Cameron, never mind. He said he put it on.
Yeah, we put it.
Oh, we did put it.
Yeah.
Actually, there is a precept for this.
Yes, I got it.
Let's go. First Maccabees, chapter 2 and verse 64, real quick.
Go ahead, pull it.
I'm seeing it like, dang.
Let the spirit have free
2
course.
and 64.
You said First Maccabees.
Yeah, First Maccabees.
Okay, Con, you want me to read it?
64. Yes, or whoever.
The book of Maccabees. The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 2, and verse 64. Wherefore, ye my sons, be valiant,
Be courageous, go.
and shew yourselves men in the behalf of the law. For by it ye shall attain glory.
So, if you're gonna show yourself a man or be raised to be a man, you also have to follow the law.
Right.
You know, because you can't be effeminate or trying to be like a girl in a way, because you have to show yourself that you're being a man.
Right.
Because Because that's one of the laws, that if you're a man, you're supposed to be a man. You gotta act like a man,
Right.
you know? That's all I got. You got something?
You got something
No.
else? All right, Con. Let's go back. Let's go back to 2 Timothy, man. Let's go back. So yeah, man. Hey, the brothers bringing it out, and these are sub situations that goes into disobedient children, and I'm not just talking about, you know what I'm saying, carnally. You know, I'm talking about to the Most High God as a whole. And this topic is on basically keeping the law. You just need to be keeping the law, man.
What was it?
Right? 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1.
Come. Alright. Book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3 and verse 1.
Read.
This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Mm-hmm.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves,
Right.
covetous,
Right.
boasters,
Read.
proud,
Mm-hmm.
blasphemers,
Right.
disobedient to parents,
Disobedient to who?
disobedient to parents,
What?
unthankful,
Look, let me get that. Unthankful, right? Right? There's a lot of ungrateful ass little kids, man. I hate seeing it, man. Your parents do everything they can to do for you, man. And like, there are a lot of people that don't grow up in super large financial based households, man. Right? Not all kids got every PS5 when it come out. Not all kids got the Wii, damn Xbox, PS4, the new Jordans, right? Even on Christmas, y'all be talking about y'all do it for the kids, and y'all damn parents that keep doing it, the kids disrespect you anyway, man. You go out your way, spend half your light bill on them Fubbas, them New Balances, right? That you thought your child wanted, then they don't want it.
Them Jordans. And
Right.
Then, and then the next day you get them, they outside playing with them, the $200, $300 Jordans.
Right.
Outside playing.
They all
Con.
stuffed up. Like that.
Right,
The Xbox that he just poured water in.
right, right.
I'm grateful.
And kids are just ungrateful, man, because you don't want to get in order your damn self, right? And that's all we need on that. That's all we need on that. Let's go to 1 Timothy 5 and 1. Because look, when we saying, we know it takes a village to raise a child, right? And hey, it don't mean just, respect your parents, right? You also have to respect your elders too, right? So let's go to 1 Timothy 5 and 1.
1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father,
Right.
and the younger men as brethren,
Mm-hmm.
the elder women as mothers,
Mm-hmm.
the younger as sisters,
Mm-hmm.
with all purity.
Read that one more time. So like you.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Rebuke not an elder.
Right. So don't rebuke an elder. If an older man's telling you something, especially if it's wisdom, listen to it, hearken to it. Right. You might learn something new that your parents didn't teach you, man. Right. Read on.
But entreat him as a father.
And treat him as a father. Honor him as a father. Respect him as a father, man. Right? He older than you. He got more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. He know what he talking about. He know what he doing, man. Read.
And the younger men as brethren.
Right? And your younger men as brethren. Read.
The elder women as mothers.
Right? So the older sisters, right? You should treat them as mothers, man. You should honor them and respect them as mothers because they have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that you don't have. Read.
The younger as sisters.
Right? Read.
With all purity.
Mm-hmm.
Honor widows that are widows indeed.
Okay, Con, that's all we need on that. But yeah,
Alright.
you know what I'm saying? That goes back into honoring and just respecting your elders as well. Let's get a precept on that. 1 Peter 5 and 5. Right? Because this is going into, you honor your mother and father, but you honor elders as well. You know, people over you, man. Right? Because I know a lot of y'all sarcastic ass kids will be like, well, the brother said, I only gotta respect my mother and father, but I'm not gonna respect this old man over here, right? No, you respect your elders as well too, man. They telling you something that you need to do, hey, you need to do it. Just go ahead and do it. They telling you some wisdom, they putting you on game, they giving you that straight drop, man, and you need to be damn. That's true. I need to hearken to that, right? Go ahead.
Like this is an example for me. We was out there working. We worked on like a house, like building a fence.
Mm-hmm.
We built the fence, right? We didn't know, we had no understanding about building any fence.
Right.
into this older dude, Brother Keenan, all praise to him.
Mm-hmm.
He went and showed us how to build it and how to make and how to do all these things, so we got to understand it.
Mm-hmm.
If we wouldn't have listened to him, the fence would have been all raggedy. It would have been just ugly. That's why you have to listen to them, because some things your parents don't tell you.
Right.
And these are things that you need to know.
Right.
Also, I got another example, right? So, I had a grandma, right? She told me because when she was alive, when she was alive, right? She told me, you know what you need to stop doing. She said a certain thing about myself that you need to stop doing. And then I go back years later and I find me doing the same things. I'm like, I should have hearkened to her when she was still here. And
Right.
then probably I would have got better at it. But you know, that's
Right.
it.
Right. And it's straight like that, man. The brothers are giving you prime examples on why you should listen to your parents, on why you should respect your elders, man.
So you
Go
can
ahead.
do is wait to raise a child.
Con, you got that precept?
I'm looking for it.
All right, Con. Well, while you looking for it, we're gonna bring this out. 1 Peter 5:5.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5 and verse 5.
Read.
Likewise, be younger.
No, read that over again.
Oh, Salaki. Likewise, ye younger.
Right. So the Most High is talking to the younger people, us. Right.
Con.
Read.
Submit yourselves unto the elder.
Do what?
Submit yourselves unto the elder.
Battle axes do what?
Submit yourselves unto the elders.
Right, so submit yourselves unto the elders, meaning you respect them, man. Right? When they come on the scene, you need to be like, oh, how you doing, elder? You know, you dap the brother up, shalom, elder shalom, you know? You treat them with respect. Just because they old and they don't walk like they used to, they don't talk like they used to, they not hip to this generation's lingo or whatever the hell's going on, man. You still need to respect them, man. Right? Because the Most High said to do that, right? Read.
Yea, all of you be subject one to another,
Mm-hmm.
and be clothed with humility.
Be clothed with humility. Be humble, right? Read.
For God resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble.
And I'm going to use myself as an example on this one. So it said, the Most High resisteth the proud, but he give grace to the humble. There was a time where I was being disobedient and reckless to my father, man. Right? And my father was in the truth at the time. This is when I was like, you know what I'm saying, halfway in the world, man. Right? The Most High put judgment on me. All praises to Yahweh that I'm still here. But he put judgment on me because I didn't want to hearken to my father, man. Right? So I'm a living proof. I'm a living testimony that, hey, man, you need to humble yourself and submit to your elders, man. And, hey, life done got better for me, man. You know, we got brothers here doing the thing. You know, we be chilling. We be kicking it, fellowshipping in righteousness, right? I got they back. They got mines, man. Right? And this is just how it needs to be as a nation of people anyways. To be in order, right? So let's get another precept. You got that precept up?
No, I couldn't find it.
It's all good.
Man.
All praises. You got something you want to say?
No.
Alright. Let's go to Proverbs 22 and 6. I know we jumping in and out of Proverbs, but hey. Proverbs get a little deep.
You ready?
Yeah.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 6.
Go ahead, read.
Train up a child in the way he should go.
Right, train up a child in the way he should go. Look, that's why some of y'all kids be bad as hell. Because you be playing with the child, right? There's a scripture for that in the Apocrypha, y'all. You be playing with your kids. I think we're going to touch on that too. I think it's, yeah, we're going to touch on that. Look, you be playing with your kids, right? So when they get older, right, they don't respect you, man. It said train up a child in the way that he should go, read.
And when he is old,
Right?
he will not depart from it.
So when he get grown, or he or she gets grown, as they grow up, they won't depart from that. They'll always remember. Because look, even like I said, I'm going to use myself for an example again. Even halfway being in the world, right? I left the crib. My dad was telling me, hey, you need to do this, that, and the third. You need to keep, it's all about keeping them laws, man. Now, when I got out there, I was like, dang. Some of the things I didn't do, but when I realized, you know, and I saw the wickedness of the world, I was like, I don't need to be doing that, man. I should have been listening to my father the first time, right? But I didn't forget them laws, right? And then that's how I'm here today, man. Right?
And I'll even say this right here. It's this simple.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize a child is completely dependable on their parents.
That's right.
Whatever their parents tell them, whatever parents feed them, the room, the housing, whatever they need, the school, they dependent on their parents.
That's right.
So if you teaching your child while he's dependent on you, or she's dependent on you, they'll take heed to it. But once they get older and they're not dependent on you anymore, they don't have that understanding is not there anymore, because guess what? They don't depend on you for food. They don't depend on you for your understanding no more, because they're now older and they have their own preconceived judgments and everything. But when you do it as a child, right, that allows them to grow up and keep that in their head as they go through life, because guess what? You taught them at a young age.
That's right. That's right. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 1, and we're gonna read all the way to verse 13, man. Hey, and like I was bringing out, man, that's absolutely right. That's why it's the Lord commands you to train up a child, right? Meaning start it from the beginning, right? Go ahead.
Sirach 1?
Sirach chapter 30 and verse 1.
Oh, you said 30.
Yeah.
I heard. Oh, all right.
All praises, man. All praises, you know what I'm saying, to everybody that's on the live, man. To all the, you know what I'm saying, mighty children or mighty young ones in this truth, you know what I'm saying, trying to get this word, man. Go ahead, read this.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 30 and verse 1.
Now, this is going into disciplining your children, man. So all y'all kids don't like getting your ass whooped. You probably need it. And there's probably something wrong with your damn spirit. Read.
He that loveth his son,
Okay.
causeth him oft to feel the rod,
So whoever loves his son, he gonna beat his ass with a belt. Read.
that he may have joy of him in the end.
So he gonna have joy in him in the end, because his son is gonna know how to do right from wrong. Read.
He that chastiseth his son,
He that do what?
he that chastiseth his son,
Better actually, he that do what?
he that chastiseth his son,
Read.
shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance.
Right. So like I said, he that chastises him, you're supposed to put your kids on punishment righteously. You know, they doing something bad, they out of order. Hey, take that game. Right? Spare not the rod. You need to, you know, whoop they butt. Right? If they not doing what you commanded to do. Right? You got something out?
No, I was just shaking my head.
Alright, okay. Go ahead. Read.
And he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
Right. So you teaching your son, you care for your son, that means you grieve the enemy. You grieve the outside world. Because really the outside world is your enemy, man. All the other nations don't love us and don't got our best interest at heart, man. Read.
And before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
Read.
Though his father died, yet he as though he were not dead.
Remember, he's going to remember all the stuff that his father taught him even after his father or mother passes away. Read.
For he hath left one behind him that is like himself.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? You trained up your child to be a righteous, mighty man of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Then, hey, you going to be, you going to leave a soldier behind. You're going to leave a little you behind. Right? At least you can give up the ghost, pass away, you know what I'm saying, knowing that you took care of your child, you did it righteously. Read.
While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him. And when he died,
right,
he was not sorrowful.
Right, so he was not sorrowful because he taught him upright. Read.
He left behind him an avenger against his enemies.
Right, read.
And one that shall requite kindness to his friends.
Right, so he left behind an avenger against his enemies, man. Right? He gonna remember all the stuff that had happened, right? Read.
He
actually jump down to... No, actually keep reading.
He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry.
Read.
And horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful.
Which
hard-headed.
is exactly. Hard-headed, right? Go ahead, read.
Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him.
Do what?
Play with him.
Better actually do what?
Play with him.
Read.
And he will bring thee to heaviness.
Like I just said, you be playing with your child all the time. You know, that's how you get heaviness, man.
We ain't gonna play the games.
Right, and that's right. We ain't gonna play the games, man. Right? You always playing with your child, treating your child, not you sparing the rod. Right? You not chastising your son, right? Or your daughter. They gonna come out bad. That's how you get fast little girls. That's why you get homosexual boys, right? Or boys that want to be, you know what I'm saying, in gangs, you know, because they don't know right from wrong. Go ahead.
All right, I got a precept. Okay, Let's get Proverbs 23 and let me see, 14.
Mm-hmm. All right. Book of Proverbs, chapter 23 and verse 14. Thou shalt beat him with the rod,
Okay, y'all should beat him on the rod. Read.
and shalt deliver his soul from hell.
He ain't gonna go to hell because you giving him. When you beat somebody with the rod, then when you beat them down, you build them back up with the understanding of the Bible, and you pull the scriptures. Okay, that's all I wanted.
Deeper into that, like he said.
I want to jump up to verse 13 too.
Go ahead. Verse 13. Withhold not correction from the child.
All right.
For if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die.
You ain't gonna die. If you beat him with the rod, you ain't gonna die. He ain't gonna die. So I mean, why you holding back, man?
So look, this is a deeper scale. I'm glad you said that. Like the Most High's doing this to us right here, the children of Israel. He beating us down with the rod. That's why we in captivity right now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He beating us up, and he gonna build us back up.
Right.
He's building us up by giving the word,
By-
by giving the word to Judah, and Judah's gonna wake up everybody else. That's how he's building us up.
Mm-hmm.
He coming on that.
And like the brother just said, like verse 13 say, withhold not correction from a child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. So he ain't gonna die, like the brother just said, verse 14. Thou shalt beat him with the rod. Notice it said beat him, meaning tear that ass up, right? Thou shalt beat him with the rod, and shalt deliver his soul from hell. You'll deliver his soul from damnation, right? Because we know we already in hell because of captivity. But you'll deliver his soul from, the lake of fire, or the worldly death. The first death, right?
Hell is in a state too, by the way.
Right.
When it says deliver if you beat him and he delivered not to him, so we won't be in captivity.
Right.
This is one of the things that they talking about when he say this.
Right.
That's all I want to know.
Y'all got anything else y'all want to bring out?
Yeah, and the Bible is written in a masculinity form, so this is talking about girls too.
Mm-hmm.
It goes into women, daughters, little children, little women. So yeah.
Right. And that's how, like I said earlier, speaking of that, that's how you get fast little girls. Girls that be wanting to show their body at a young age, right? I know some little children that's bad as hell. They be like 14, 15, Instagram crop tops, Instagram showing the little mosquito
14,
bites
15.
you got. Yes.
13, 12, 13, 11.
I'm younger than me, so he might be seeing some more stuff, man. Right? And hey, it's all hell breaking loose in Israel, man. Right? Let's go back to Sirach 30.
Book of Sirach, chapter 30 and verse 10.
Where was that? Yeah. Go ahead.
Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him.
Right, so if you laugh with him like he your friend, or you treat your child like he your friend, you gonna have sorrow at the end. Because he gonna think it's all good. He ain't gonna respect you. He just gonna treat you like a friend. He ain't gonna honor you and lift you up, right? And look up to you as a father.
But
Read.
let
Go
me just understand. It's okay to laugh with your children.
Right.
But you have to, if you see him do something wrong, you have to draw that line and say, no. Hey. As long as much as we laugh and talk with each other, I'm your dad. You gotta respect me.
That's
you
right.
gotta draw that line in the sand and hey, you do something wrong, I'm gonna chastise you and I'm gonna put you back on right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm glad I brought out that Brother Joe brought out that clarification, man. You can laugh at your children, of course, but hey, like he said, there has to be a line drawn. Salaki. Go ahead.
Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end.
Read.
Give him no liberty in his youth.
Give him no. So don't be, all soft with him in his youth. Don't give him too much freedom in his youth. Read.
And wink not at his follies.
Don't just pass by his follies and his mistakes because you love him. You need to correct that.
That's not even love.
Right?
You
And that's
can't
not
even
love.
love, yeah.
Right. Go ahead.
Bow down his neck.
What?
Bow down his neck while he is young.
Mm-hmm.
And beat him on the sides.
And do what?
And beat him on the sides.
Battle axes and do what?
And beat him on the sides.
Read.
While he is a child.
Whoop that, man. Tear that butt up, man. While he young, man. Read.
Lest he wax stubborn.
Unless he wax stubborn, man. Read.
and be disobedient unto thee.
So he gonna wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee if you just be sparing the rod all the damn time, man. You spare you, and then some of y'all wonder why y'all children is bad, man. Because you be sparing the rod, man. Read.
Lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart.
He gonna bring sorrow and misery to your damn life, man. Your household gonna be a mess. He gonna be a mess. He gonna be reckless. Read.
Chastise thy son, and hold him to labor.
So the Most High said, chastise your son and hold him accountable for what, the mistakes he's done, right? Read.
Lest he lewd behavior be an offense unto thee.
Hey. Scripture say what they say. Man.
Said beat him on his sides too.
And that offense unto you, him being an offense unto you, people gonna look at him and be like, people gonna look at you and then look at your child and be like, ooh.
Right. Come on.
Hey, they not doing what they supposed to be doing.
Right.
Hey,
You gonna be
embarrassed.
Be embarrassed, yeah.
Straight up.
You going up there, people be like, hey, you can just tell that person's not doing what they supposed to be doing with their child.
Right.
Look at how they child act.
Right.
Children
Scripture
cussing
say
out
what
their
they say.
mothers.
I want to get into that lewd. Okay, the definition of lewd means crude and offensive in a sexual way, right? So they can also go into nakedness, right? So nakedness is sin,
Right.
So that lewd is sin. It's basically talking about sin. That's all I want to get.
Come on that.
Very, yeah.
That's very true. Right? Because we know that the scriptures and metaphor have double meanings. We're going to go to this last precept, man. We're going to go to 2 Kings chapter 2. And we're going to just start at verse 23.
Alright.
So, in the brothers can help me out with this. So, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that it was a prophet, right? Named Elijah.
Elisha.
Elisha, right? So he was, long story short, he was on his way to somewhere, right? He was doing the work of the Lord, right?
It tell you can jump up to verse 19.
We go, all right, let's get that then, right? Let's get that. Go ahead, read that.
Book of 2 Kings, chapter 2 and verse 19.
Read.
And the men of the city said unto Elisha, Behold, I pray thee, the situation of this city is pleasant, as my Lord seeth, but the water is not, and the ground is barren.
It's a famine. It's a drought.
And he said,
Actually, no. Jump down to 22.
22.
Uh-huh.
So the waters were healed unto this day,
Yeah, this was a miracle that Elisha did. But keep reading.
Right.
according to the saying of Elisha, which he spake.
Now read 23.
And he went up from thence unto Bethel. And as he was going up by the way,
Right, so he was walking, he was going by the way, right? Read.
there came forth little children.
Alright, so there came forth these badass kids, right? Read.
There came forth little children out of the city, and mocked him,
And did what?
and mocked him,
Read.
and said unto him, Go up, thou bald head. Go up, thou bald head.
Right, so they was basically scoffing and mocking him. They was scoffing and mocking Elisha. And he you got something?
This is the prophet Elisha.
Right.
This is Elisha, the one that he didn't see death. This is Elisha. They mocking him.
Right? And he's a man of the Lord, man. He was an elder unto them kids, right? Did we just read, you know what I'm saying, that you're supposed to respect your elders in 1 Timothy, right? In First Peter and Proverbs, right? All right, so keep reading.
Verse 24. And he turned back
So he just turned away and did what did he do?
and looked on them,
Right?
and cursed them in the name of the Lord.
And wait, hold on. I don't think we read that right. Read that one more time. Verse 24.
And he turned back and looked on them, and cursed them in the name of the Lord.
He did what?
Cursed them in the name of the Lord.
Battle Axes, he did what?
Cursed them in the name of the Lord.
He cursed them in the name of the Lord, man. He put a curse on them in the name of the Lord. Read.
And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood.
So 2 big, huge she-bears came, probably viciously and angrily, just start going hard, probably doing kung fu on them kids or something, right? Tearing them up, right? Read.
And tear 42 children of them.
They tear them 2 she-bears tore 42 children up. killed them, ate them alive, probably, scratched them, leave their neck bleeding, all types of hell breaking loose, man. Right?
That's their judgment.
Right.
That's
Now,
righteous judgment.
right. Then that was righteous. That's exactly right. Like Brother Jeremiah bringing out, that was righteous judgment. That was righteous judgment, man. That's why I said the Lord don't give a damn your age, right? Yeah, some of y'all be saying because of this truth, but I'm too young. I'm too young to do all. I'm still a kid. If the Lord called you, He called you, man.
I'm sorry, can I get this precept?
Go ahead.
Because I like what you just. I'm glad you just said that.
Right.
Let's get Psalms 119 and verse 59.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Verse 59, right?
Yeah, we're gonna start at verse 59.
All right. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 59.
Mm-hmm.
I thought on my ways
I thought on my ways. I'm thinking about what I've done. Keep reading.
and turned my feet unto thy testimonies.
Man, soon as I was like, dang, I'm wrong. I turned my feet to God's word. Keep reading.
I made haste
I made haste. I went fast. I was running for it. Keep reading.
and delayed not to keep thy commandments.
I delayed not to keep the Most High commandments.
Con.
This is what King David is saying. We supposed to look on our ways and make haste to keep the Most High commandments.
Mm-hmm.
This
Might
is what
sin, go straight back to the Lord. Just
go,
like me.
you see it, you like, dang, man. I just did that, man. And go turn to his testimonies like David did.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we supposed to be doing. That's all I wanted on that.
Con on that. That's a big con on that. Hey, man, like I always say, the Lord has not given no license to any man or woman to sin, roughly paraphrasing. But if you do slip up, man, go quickly, like the psalm say, go quickly unto the Lord and make haste, right? ASAP, right? But let's continue. Start at verse 24 again.
Verse 24.
Mm-hmm.
And he turned back and looked on them,
Right?
and cursed them in the name of the Lord.
So he put a curse on the children in the name of the Lord. Read.
And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood,
So 2 she-bears started, what they do?
and tear 42 children of them.
They killed 42 children, tore them up, right? Read.
And he went from thence to Mount Carmel, and from thence he returned to Samaria.
And he just walked off like it wasn't nothing. He just walked off like it wasn't nothing, because that was righteous judgment.
Like, dang, is some bears eating now? I told them not to. If they call that's what
Right. Right, man. And hey, man, so look, that was the class for today, man. And hey,
saying.
That's too low.
right? Oh yeah, go ahead, bring that out.
Got the law.
Exodus 20 and 12.
Man, thank y'all for tuning into the live.
Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube page also.
Come on, we gonna get that in a minute, y'all.
Alright, this is the law. This is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Yep. Simple as that, man.
As simple as that, and that's the law, man, for today. So, hey, man, that was a class. That was a Wednesday class today, the Wednesday Bible study. I hope you was edified through the will and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, man. Y'all, little kids that's in this truth, man, y'all better be obeying your parents. That's another way you can blot your sins out, man. Right? Y'all got anything y'all want to say?
Man, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube page, Dream Battle Axis.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a class coming out Friday and Saturday, I believe.
Thursday too.
Oh, we got class coming out Thursday too. So make sure y'all tune into these classes this week, because it is fall break for us. The ones that are we in school, out of school right now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna be pumping out classes this week. Just to let y'all know, and that's all I gotta say.
All right, man. Hey, man, and look, man, when the brother, y'all need to go subscribe to the channel, man. Follow us on Instagram. You know, what's the Instagram again? Okay.
So we live on that right now.
Con. So, hey, man, y'all need to be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Go subscribe. Make sure y'all get all that. We gonna be dropping, multiple precept videos, not just classes, but in between precept videos, musical righteous content on the way as well, right? Brother Jeremiah doing the YouTube thing, man. Everything working out. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead in the class. I'm gonna give all praises and all honor to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, man. And hey, man, we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna say shalom.
Shalom.